Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's wedding season, and for the wedding season I wanted to recreate my wedding makeup. So I got married last year, and this is the exact same dress that I wore on my wedding day. I had two dresses, this is the second one, and all the same accessories. Even my hair is the same, except I did this myself, so it's not as good, but same type of style. And yeah, this makeup is very rock and roll type. It's not like for your typical blushing bride, so if you're looking for something like that, this might not be a video for you. But if you want edgy makeup for your wedding, stay tuned. And yeah, let's begin. I have already uploaded my wedding trailer, and I will link it in the end of this video, as well as add some inserts from the trailer in this video. And yeah, let's begin. So this is the actual footage from my wedding video, and this is the makeup artist doing my makeup. I'm going to try to recreate the same look I had on my wedding day, and I've added this short insert so that you can see what I'm going to try to do. If you like it, stay tuned. So I'm going to start with some tape, because the first thing I'm going to do is my eyes. This creates a nice type of borderline, and it's much easier for me to do my makeup like this. So from the edge of my eye to a little bit beneath my brow, that's where I usually place my tape. So first thing first, I'm going to prime my lids, and for that I'm using the NYX eyeshadow base in white. I don't know if there is another color. It's number 1. And I have this concealer brush from Sigma, large shader E60 brush. And I'm just going to go in. So I'm going to be using the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette for almost the entire look, and I'm going to start by using this shade over here named Tempera, and the brush that came with the palette, the fluffy side, and I'm taking a little bit, dabbing the excess off, and I'm just going to set this base. Okay, now that the base is set, I'm using the same brush, same side, and the color Golden Ochre, this one over here. You don't need to use this color. If you have a similar color in another palette, you can use that one. And I'm just applying it beneath the brow. You can see the distance. And right to the inner corner here. I'm applying a generous amount of color. I'm doing the same on the other eye. I'm happy how that looks at the moment, and I'm taking this warm taupe color with the same brush and applying it underneath this color, so just above the crease. And I'm taking it to the inner corner. I'm doing the same on the other side. Now I'm taking this Sigma medium angled shading brush E70, and I'm just going to blend this together. Okay, now I'm taking this small crease brush from Zoeva, it's number 231, and I'm taking this darkest shade over here, this deep brown shade, it's Cypress Amber, a little bit, dabbing the excess off, and I'm just going to add it on the outer part of my eyes, so the outer corner, and the crease, a little bit. I'm doing the same on the other eye. Back to this angled shading brush from Sigma and blending everything out once more, just back and forth like this. And on the other side. Okay, so now we're going to cut the crease. I know this seems scary, but believe me, it's not that scary. I'm using the same eyeshadow base I used, so it's in the color white, and I'm using this brush. It's a concealer brush from Sigma. No, it's a large shader brush, and I'm going in. So I'm doing the same on the other eye. You see where I started and where I ended. And this brush is pretty flat, so it allows me to make a very thin line, even though it's very wide looking. Okay, the crease is cut. Now I'm just going to blend out the edges a little bit with this brush to make a more seamless transition. Okay, so I'm happy how that looks at the moment. I'm just going to do my face makeup and then I'm going to return to the eyes. I'm just removing this tape. See how the tape gives you that really nice sharp line over here. I love that. So now it's time for the face. For primer today I'm using the Professional in this area over here, and then I'm going to use the NYX Photo Loving Primer on the rest of my face. And yes, let's begin. By the way, I have already moisturized my face before I started filming this video, because that is one of the most important steps you can do, especially if you have dry skin, but oily skin too. Okay, now I'm going in with the NYX primer. So I don't know what type of products my makeup artist used on me on my wedding day, but I know what products I would use if I were to get married right now and do my own makeup. And yeah, I would use definitely this foundation. It's the Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect foundation. It's actually a drugstore foundation. I think it costs around $12, but it's a great foundation. Maybe I'll do a whole video dedicated to it. It's really nice and super full coverage, and your skin looks flawless. It lasts all day. It's beautiful. So I'm using that foundation, and I'm adding a little bit of the Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops. This is in the shade Moonlight. I'm just going to add a little bit so my skin looks glowy. Okay, now I'm just going to dab that all over my face and blend it in with a beauty blender. Blending. It's very important to take some foundation down the neck as well to make a seamless transition. On your wedding day, you're going to be taking a lot of photos, so for that reason I advise you to stay away from sunscreen. Any type of sunscreen will have a huge amount of flashback on the photos, so avoid foundations with SPF. Also avoid silica based powders because they also have a lot of flashback on the camera. For concealer today, I'm going to be using Clinique All About Eyes concealer. I'm just dotting it because it's very thick. First, I'm going to spread that with a brush, and then I'm going to blend it in with a beauty blender, and I'm using this shader brush to do that. Blending everything in with the beauty blender. Okay, that's blended, and now before it creases, I'm just going to bake under my eyes. And if you don't know what baking means, it's taking a large amount of setting powder. Today I'm using the Laura Mercier setting powder and just placing it under your eyes. Usually people use dead beauty blenders for this, but I don't know, I'm going to use this flat tapered brush instead today. I'm baking my smile lines also, and now I'm going to set the rest of my face using the same powder but with a large fluffy brush. This one over here from Sigma, large powder brush. It's number F30. This is very important because if you don't set your face, your makeup won't last the whole day, and it's supposed to last the whole day. So be sure to set your makeup well. Okay, I'm just going to let that sit for a while, and while it does, I'm just going to do my eyebrows. For the eyebrows, I'm using this Golden Rose Long Stay Precise brow liner, and yeah. Okay, now it's time to rub the excess powder off, and I'm using the powder brush, but I'm just going to sweep off the powder underneath my eyes. I'm going to bronze up my face using this Benefit Hoola bronzer and this Kala Deluxe powder brush, and I'm applying it a little bit on my cheeks. on my forehead, of course, on my chin. Okay, now I'm taking this contour and highlighting palette from Sephora. It's from the holiday collection, but I do believe they have a full size now. And this tapered brush, I'm using the two lightest shades mixed together, and I'm just going to highlight under my eyes. I'm applying it in the same spot where I applied my concealer. To use the NARS Ida brush for contouring, and using the same palette, this darker contouring shade, and I'm going to be applying it in this area over here, so you can see that line, and I'm not going to go beyond this point, so like this. It's a little bit patchy, but we are going to fix it. Contouring is very individual, it depends on your face shape, so this step is not the same for everyone. Whatever you want to pop out, to enhance it, you place the lighter shade on top, and whichever you want to recede, you place the darker contour color, and be sure to use a few shades lighter for the highlighting shade and a few shades darker for the contouring shade. This is a little bit too dark for me, but I sometimes like to do heavy contouring, not most of the time, but sometimes like today. If you think you've gone overboard, you can always take your powder brush and some translucent powder and just go on top of that to soften it a bit. And now I'm just going to really carve out my cheekbones, and for that I'm using the same translucent powder, and I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm taking a little bit of powder, and I'm just going to make a line here. So now I'm applying some translucent powder using a beauty blender like this underneath that contour to really make this line precise, and I'm going to do that on the other side as well. Now it's time to finish the eyes, and I'm taking the same palette and the brush that comes with it, but the other side, the flat side, and the color Golden Ochre, and I'm applying it on the lower lash line. Or I'm just going to use the fluffy side. So now I'm going to be using the pencil brush from Sigma in the number E30 and the warm taupe shade, and applying it in the lower lash line, smudging it nicely. And I'm using the same brush and the Cypress Amber shade in the outer part of my lower lash line, so right up to here, and doing the same on the other eye. For blush today I'm using the Rockateur from Benefit and this Sigma brush F50, and just applying it on my cheekbones. I'm just swirling my brush lightly and taking it a little bit back. Now I'm going going to take this Max Factor blush. It's a little bit shimmery. I want to add a little bit shimmer on my cheeks. Okay, let's wipe the excess of the powder off. Look at that line now, it's really nice. I'm going to apply eyeliner now, and I did have a really dramatic wing on my wedding day, but I'm not going to go for a wing that dramatic. I'm just going to add a small wing. Well, not that small, but a medium-sized wing, and yeah, let's do it. So now it's time for the lips, and the closest color I got to my actual lip makeup is this one from Too Faced. It's I think Sellout, and the first thing I'm going to do is line my lips with Flormar lip pencil. It's in the number 205. My lips a little bit because I want to make them bigger, and I'm also using a little bit darker shade than my actual lip color and lipstick. Okay, now it's time for the lipstick. The most important thing, and it's the highlight. I'm using the Anastasia Glow Kit, and the lightest shade inside is this one, so I'm going to use that one because I'm pretty pale, and this setting brush from Real Techniques, it's perfect for highlighting, and I'm just going to apply it over here. This highlight is crazy intensive, so try not to go overboard with it. Okay. A bride needs to glow. I'm going to try to contour my nose. I'm using the Ida brush from NARS and the same contouring palette. I'm taking the darker shade, and I'm just going to make a straight line down my nose. Wow, that's intense. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now I'm just going to smudge this a little bit. Okay, I don't usually highlight my nose that much, but I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight today. Okay, so we are close to the end. I have applied some false eyelashes, and now I'm going to apply some Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and then maybe some lip gloss, and that's it. Okay, now I'm just going to dab a little bit of NYX Butter Gloss in the shade 15, just on the center of my lips to add a little bit extra glow. And I'm going to set my face with a MAC Fix Plus. This is not necessarily going to prolong my makeup wear, but it's going to make my face look more dewy and beautiful. It's just going to melt all the powders on my face and make them melt into my skin. That concludes this video. I hope you liked this tutorial, and I hope it was very helpful for you. It means so much to me to do this again because I feel like a bride again, and there is no better feeling in the world. So yeah, if you decide to do this makeup look on your wedding day, please leave me a comment down below. It would mean so much to me. And yeah, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe for more videos. I post them all the time. And congratulations for all of you brides out there, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!